Hello artists, today is our day that we're going to be taking our beautiful painting that we created in the Kente style and make a weaving out of it. We're going to need a few supplies. We will need a scissors for cutting our strips. We'll need to have some paper for our strips. It could be construction paper or paper that you find around the house. If it's colored, great. If not, you could paint it and make it a color. And I finished painting up my Kente style drawing last week. Here it is finished. And I'm going to begin my weaving into it. To make my weaving, I need to have a few supplies as well. So I have a scissors, I have my actual painting, and those strips that we had talked about earlier. Each of the strips I just cut out of construction paper, and that's what I'm going to be using to weave. First I need to prepare my weaving. So I'm going to take my weaving and I'm going to fold it in half. And on the side that has the opening, I'm going to go ahead and make a line. I already did that in pencil so you could see it. I'm just going to trace it in marker so I'm able to see it a bit better when I'm doing my cutting. It's really important that you do the line going across on the side that has the opening, and then we are going to be drawing these lines down and we will cut them. If we cut it the other way, all of our strips will fall apart. So if you notice that your strips are starting to detach or fall apart from your Kente style weaving, then you know that you need to change it. So you might have to tape it back together and recut it if you haven't cut on the fold side. So I'm just going to cut these, and I'm cutting from the fold up to that line. And I'll cut each one. I was able to squeeze in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strips. The more strips you have, the more difficult your weaving will be. But the choice is yours. You could have more than 9 or less than 9, depending on how you'd like to create your weaving. And then I'm going to, this part of my weaving, by the way, is called a warp. And the warp is where we put all the strips in. In the case of the Kente artists, they had cloth that they had made with the strings that they had that they were weaving. And we had paper instead. So we're going to take our warp, and we're going to be putting our strings through that. And so I'm going to continue the weaving part. Take a look. Wow, that went fast. I increased the speed of that so I would quickly finish up my weaving. Take a look how I went over, under, and for each one I changed it. So you'll notice a checkerboard pattern when you're all done weaving. I started under, and then on the next one I started over, and then the next one I started under, and then the next over in a pattern. So hopefully you're able to do that. And next week we have one more step to this weaving. So hang on to the weaving that you've done so far. And I hope you've had a chance to maybe take a look at some more Kente style cloth that you may have found on the internet. I hope you enjoy your weaving so far. We'll see you next week.